Hi, in this video let's discuss multithreading concepts. Here in Java, multithreading refers to it's a process of executing two or more threads like simultaneously for maximum utilization of CPU. And thread is nothing but a in Java it is a lightweight process. So suppose whenever we are using this public static void main and string aux. So this main method is nothing but a one thread. It is an main thread. So when we run this program, the process at least need one thread to execute. So here if you run hello, so there are some methods for checking uh, how many active threads are there now. So suppose here let's check thread dot active count, that is there is only one thread, so it will show you one. And let's just also print thread dot current thread dot, we can get name, we can also do get id, like every thread will have one id and one name. So our main thread is main and there is only actively one thread is there. So let's now declare, let's write one thread here, thread class, the thread t1 is equal to new thread. And here if you go to the thread class, here it is an inbuilt class. So we will have here like start and run function. So we'll just try to do first starting it, t1 dot start. So after when you started, let's now check how many active threads are there here. So definitely it should print 2. So there is an hello, there is an main thread is there. And when you are running a thread, when you are starting it, it itself has one runnable function, it will run it. And there is a through that's happening now. Suppose instead of this inbuilt, let's create our own class. So I will just create one class main one, and I will create a public static void main string aux. So this is a main method. Let's create one class employee. So there are like some other ways to declare to use threads. So this is the one way we can extend that thread class. And there will be an public void run. So we will override this function. Suppose you're running here hello. So also like you can also print here your thread dot current thread get id or get name anything. So it's good to use override. annotation. So thread, we have the inbuilt class. There we have one run method. You are just overriding that through class employee. Now just here create that employee object, that t1 is equal to new employee, and let's just do t1 dot start. So after that you can run it. So you can print here hello thread, that is 0, it is a name. So you can do similarly, you can create multiple threads here. Suppose you can create here, instead of employee you can create here some manager, and instead of hello, if you are printing here like hi, and instead of employee, uh, let's it's an manager m1, and instead of employee, manager m1 dot start. And now you can print total and how many active threads are there. So thread dot, so thread dot active count. So that is there two threads are running now. And then also here hello thread is 0, hi thread it is 1. So there can be different IDs. The thing is we should understand here, the order of execution will be random. So it will leads to some other concepts. Here instead of extents we'll use instead of the class we'll use interface, because in Java it won't allow multiple inheritance. Suppose in future if you want to use again the class extends with someone, it will difficult. So instead of extends we'll use implements, that implements with runnable. So actually the thread also implement it. So now the code will be same. Here we need to create the threads, that is thread capital T1 is equal to new thread. We'll pass this T1 object here, and then we'll do this T1 dot start. So similarly here also we'll do. So suppose it is T2, I'm passing the T2 object, and here I'll pass T2 dot start. So it is a second way of doing multi-threading concept. uh, it is m1. So you can see hello thread 0 and hello thread t1. So there are other ways we can implement, like we can use with the use of Java 8 features, there is an lambda functions, there is anonymous class. So like there kind of four ways to represent. Let us understand now what is synchronization. So here if you can see, if the thread is sharing the same resource, like the shared resource, example there is a data function and there is a task one that is implements runnable, and we are using this data function here, and there is task 2 here also. The data d is there. So here the d dot increment, it is same in both. So when we are creating uh, thread t1 and thread t2 and t1 dot start t2 dot start, so when we are running, so we can see So two times we are calling this function, that is first time it is should increment at 5, then second time it should increment another 5, like 10. So it should print us 10, but you can see it is printing 5, it is printing 0, it is printing 0, it printing 0, and like the value is not same every time, it is printing different value 5, like that. So this is because two aspects. The first one is the main thread is going to finish before this thread happening. So for that we'll use t1 dot join, and then also t2 dot join. Then still still after this also, if you observe here, still it's showing 10, it's showing 10, but it's showing 6 again, it's showing 9 now, like that. Why? Because there is no synchronization for his increment. This is because when two threads happening simultaneously, so the count is happening, there is no proper concurrency here. Like it is not happening when it's happening parallelly. It is like, suppose if there is an Amazon sale, two persons came and ordering the same product. Suppose the first person is ordered before the second person, then should find it, it is not available, like that. We should make the code the same thing happening here. So to achieve this, we'll use the word synchronized. So what will happen, it will log this function until the first resource, the first thread using it. After it's done completion only, the second thread will come and check it out. So if you observe now, so here every time it will show the 10 only. So this is about synchronization in multi-threading.